Hi everyone. I decided to come out today with the two mad ones. Hang on. There's one, Marmite, and there goes Toby. Mad's a box of frogs, that one. There we are, there's Marmite. So, I'm over my local stomping ground, Jersey Park. It's the same gradient as the beginning of Pentagon, the granny route up from the burger van, but obviously a lot shorter. There's bits that, hang on, yeah, so like as you can see, that's like that. So that is that's quite a bit of a challenge, that bit, and it just climbs as you go up and up and up and up and up, and eventually you'll see it. Anyone's up there, lives up this end. This is on the way to McDonald's. This is at the back of Jersey Park. So I'll end up there looking. I might, depends on how overgrown it is. I might try and have a look and see if I can get up there where you can see from the from junction 41, looking up from Bagland, you can see where I'm going to go from the bridge. Anyway, that's for people who know where I am, who know this area. But basically, what this video is all about, a bit of Gucci kit I've treated myself to last year. Got in touch with a company called Pentagon, who was I was interested in this jacket. It's exactly the same jacket and spec as the ones they wore in SASRU Hard Enough on the series with Ant Middleton and Ollie Oliver and Foxy. So yeah, so I thought I'd try that out. At the same time, so I wanted to find out exactly what the jacket was and spec and all that. So when I got in touch with Pentagon, or they got in touch with me, they're based in Greece. So we had a few chats and that lot, and a bit through and from, and basically I've got this jacket from a company called Military First. Yeah, so I got this jacket from a company called Military First. In doing so, I grabbed myself a Viper tactical hat and a pair of Gucci mechanic gloves. Yet to see what any of it's like. It's the first day out in bad weather. This is it was 3 degrees when I left the house, but obviously I'm coming up here, and hang on, let's see if I can turn it in. Now, as you can see, I'm climbing, so someone's left their jacket. Yeah, it doesn't, the camera doesn't do it justice, but it drops down about, well, anyway, anyone who knows this area knows that. So as you can see, I'm climbing and still climbing, yet I'm not going to cheat and go up that way. I'm going to go round, add more miles on, and eventually I'll get up to the top, as I said. But yeah, it's a lovely view up here, and it's my favourite time of year, where it's nice and cold and around biting you and that. So I thought I'd test out a bit of Gucci kit. Got my Osprey with me. I got my Osprey bag with me. 25 plus 5, 30 litres. Usual stuff in there, you know. Bit of Scran. I've got I've got a brew with me, and some other liquids. Couple of you know, bars to eat on the way up, and that's it really. So just to let you know, so there's quite a few hunting birds up this way. They've seen the buzzard, but I know there's a couple of red, is it kestrels or kites? I don't know. Anyway, so long and short being is, once again turning the camera around, over there is McDonald's. So I'm going up this way, up here, as you can see, it's climbing again. I'll be on the clump you see behind McDonald's. And the best place to see it is if you see from the bridge as it goes by Bay Bagland, by the Beefeater pub there. If you look up, that's where I'm going to be. So, well, that's the intention anyway. There's plenty of fallen stuff around here. Hang on. You won't be underneath that. That one's coming down too. You won't want to be under this lot when it came down. So anyway, so like I say, it's just a kit test really. I've got the buffalo jacket in the back, which I treated myself to. I'm very lucky. My partner Leanne lets me buy pretty much what I want when I want. If we've got the money, obviously, just things like. I mean, life story. We know what we're all like. We're all the same, aren't we? If we got it, we spend it. If we haven't, we don't. So, anyway, that's just a bit of a test on this thing today because, you know, they were out. Oh, second thing. Sorry. Base layer is Pentagon as well. It's on my chest somewhere. And again, they told me exactly what kit they had on them. It was quite a lengthy conversation with these guys from Pentagon. They told me exactly what, you know, and again I got it from Military First, and big shout out to the guys at Military First. And there's another company out in Portsmouth called UKMC, and they're pretty good as well. Went online in the night, as you do when it's all quiet and you're sitting there bored and you have a bit of a spend up, and decided that I'll treat myself to it, stuff it. So got this in wolf grey, with wolf grey gloves and a wolf grey hat, all the same. It's the old grey man theory. Anyway, yeah, so I took myself that and just testing it out really. So I'm out over here. It's getting colder, they're getting up. It's good because if you watch the series, those guys, wow, hats off to them. I've got a friend of mine who was in the series, and he said you only get to see the good stuff. He said some of the other stuff is really rough. Unfortunately, I didn't give a real good interview with him when he left. He was he's up to 13 if I remember rightly. I won't give you his name because you might not want to. I haven't asked him, and it was just a spur of the moment thing. So, like I said, it's the first day off since Christmas and New Year. So I'm out. Admin squared away at doors, all done. So I thought I'd have a bit of test of some kit. I've got the old Solomon's on today because you know, didn't want to wear my lowers. Not for any other reason apart from a chicken out. I drove up here. Yeah, and still climbing, guys. So that's the village area of Britain Ferry down there, and obviously Neath is somewhat to my right, being that way, and quite toasty, just the right amount. I've only got the 2 layers on. If I get to the top while I'm having a brew, I might do another video on the buffalo. If not, I'll do a follow-up one when I will. I'm looking for a bit of snow because anyone knows this buffalo jacket, it's got a nickname, I can't remember it because I just typed in buffalo jacket, and I got it from a company called Snow Adventures because I couldn't see anyone else that had it, and had like a 30% sale on. They're very expensive, very expensive. However, they are very good, hence why I've waited till I was in my 50s to get one. So yeah, so I treated myself to one. They're supposed to be water repellent, but however, they're also supposed to, anyone who looks them up on YouTube, see they dry within, a guy jumps in the river and he's dry within half an hour, or maybe less, I don't know. If I try, if I can find a video before I post this up, I'll put it in the link. But but otherwise you have to look for it yourself, I'm afraid. So I'm gonna have to cut off this in a minute. It's absolutely beautiful up here, and it's the first time in ages. I tried to get out here early, but my admin was rubbish and didn't get myself a brew in time. Anyway, sorted that out, went back, sorted all the little doggies out, and dropped the missus off to work. Came back out. It's a lot lighter than I wanted. I fancied a bit of a dark tab, not a night tab, but a dark tab. This park, what's the word for it? Organic's a good word. I like that. Organic, fluid. Another new word, fluid. There's very little maintenance done up here. Consequently, you could know a route, you know, like the one I'm walking on, all marked out, but then all of a sudden, where people have been tripped in, there's a route over. Oh, hang on, now I can turn the camera around. There's a route that lies along there, look. So there's some farms up here in bits and pieces, and I'll be up by the top. I'm not going as far as, oh, I've cut that big tree down. Oh, okay, so yeah, I'm not going up as far as a farm at the back of oh, what's the name of it? Oh, I've got the name of it now. It's not. Oh, it comes to me in a minute. So yeah, so I'm not going out that far. I'm just going up. But there's loads of wildlife up here. Because they've cut these trees down, obviously this returns to nature. Now that one must have been cut down for some while. It's quite dark on the top. But I haven't any time to come up here for ages. Well, it feels like ages. And my partner in crime, Leanne, who's a very tolerant girl. She comes up here whenever she can with me, and we have a bit of a giggle. And she gives me routes to take and confidence to take new routes and stuff like that. Yeah, so I need to practice my map reading skills. It's not really about map reading up here. It's more to do with like following a route and being able to get back off of it. There's a at the top of here. There's a big man-made. Oh, is it viaduct? Is that the word it's called? They keep a load of water. Yeah. So this kit's holding up quite well. A couple of times I've been out of breath, but I'm not too hot. It's got pit zips, which I love. Love a pit zip. Every new jacket I've looked at, I've only failed once. I bought a jacket called a Berghaus. Is it a Berghaus Montane or Monsoon? Anyway, one of them. There was a guy showing you just how incredibly waterproof. I've done the test up here in real bad weather. You know, I mean, literally. And the gut was dry as a bone. Unfortunately, I haven't got pit zips. Maybe that part of the reason why it's Gore-Tex. So you do pay for it, as you do with any of that Berghaus stuff. Well, you do with any decent kit, you know, buy cheap, buy twice. So, yeah. Oh, I do love it up here. Not just up here, I mean in Wales. I love it in Wales, I also love it up here where I live. So, that's where I'm going. Now, these gloves aren't modern gloves by any means, so I haven't got that thing on it to turn when you touch the camera. Hello. Nah, it's not. Oh, there we are. So as you can see, I'm still climbing. You can see I'm still climbing. Not as bad as down there. Farmland all around there. But I'm going up there. Now you can't see it. The path turns and then turns, and I'm going to go. Oh yeah, look. You can see the power line. Hang on. Maybe I can. No, yeah, I can. No, you can't. You can just about make it out in amongst the sunshine there. So I'm going up there where the power lines are. it's not particularly far. I mean, I've pretty much a bit hard. I've got about, I haven't got a lot with me today, about 13 kilos. 13 kilos, if that. Yeah, this is about 13 kilos. Most of that is practice weight. Looking to get a decent plate carrier, just for resistance. There's a couple of guys I see on these Instagram video rocking them, and there's so many different mates out there. I know Pentagon make one, but I'm not sure whether to buy a legit plate carrier with side protections, i.e. Afghan, Iraq, all that sort of stuff, on the event of it all hitting the fan. I've got some ballistic protection, or just go for a play job, which is what these guys are wearing. They're not the real deal. They're what do you call it? They are plate carriers, but they don't carry the ballistic. They haven't got the ballistic. Oh, what's the name of it? Ceramic plates in them, which weigh quite a bit. Ceramic and something else. I mean, it used to be not Gore-Tex. What was the name of it years ago? Kevlar. So my old Northern Ireland vest I've got from back in the 80s when I did my little stint. That's Kevlar, and it's heavy, but crikey, it's DPM, and I don't know. I might put a video up one day of showing you it. But I was a lot smaller then. You know, probably only about. Oh, ice, nice. I could. Toby, don't. Only trouble with Labradors. Any bit of water. Toby. Sorry about that. I do apologise. Back to you. So yeah, they're in trouble with Labradors. Any bit of water and they're in, and anything else they can eat. So yeah, I'm not very good at this YouTube business or filming myself in general. I know people like you know, I don't know if they write scripts or they just got, you know, a little bit of I love myself on the video thing, and they can do loads better, but I can't. So yeah, hope everyone's well and they've had a good Christmas. This is the 4th of the 1st 2021. Yeah, something like that. Yeah, 4th of the 1st 2001. Like I say, first day off, so I'm up here. As you can see, as I climb, there isn't anything, so it just shows you how far I'm getting up. Because the further I go, the trees are beneath me. Hang on, there's the tops of the trees. So yeah, the further I go up, the trees are beneath me. I'll stay out for a while until I start seeing people, and then I'll come back. Those who know me personally know that I'll deal with the public every day, and sometimes I just like to get out. That's why I want to get out at crack of dawn when it was dark. Sometimes I like to get out just for the 2 dogs, and just do a bit of me time. Just a bit of rambling, just a bit of walking about. You know, for me, that's lovely, because yeah, I see people every day. I don't want to see people all the time. This is just a chance for me to talk to you, for you to see me, and it just be quiet. I mean, listen. Apart from the dogs panting, you can hear the odd roar of a plane. Yeah, and when I say, you know, you have to know what it is. If you could hear it on the film, then good on you. And there's a slight thing of cars over that way, over there, over there. But that's it. So yeah, as you can see, I'm climbing. The one in the distance, hang on, oh, that one over there, I think that's Drummer Mountain in Skewing. I've been here since 2004. Yeah, 2004, maybe slightly before, maybe slightly after. Anyway, ballpark figure, 2004. And I've yet not been up that. Been up Pentagon loads of times. Crikey, when I was a kid, travelled up here with the travelled up here in the beginning. Yeah, went up there loads of times. I was lucky enough. The first time I went up there was with the Terrys. I was in the Territorial Army at the beginning, before anything else, and I was in the Royal Green Jackets for a little while, and the 4th Battalion, yeah, so I was in the Royal Green Jackets for a bit, and it gave me the taste of the great outdoors. I'm rambling and I've forgotten what I was saying. Anyway, so that was the first time I went up Pentagon. You know, they do that sort of thing, don't they? Especially back in the day, back in the 80s. So I did that. Was it 80s? Anyway, did that for a bit. And then when I moved to Wales, I did it once before with a friend. Then I did a while back. I did oh my goodness, it's all frozen. If you suddenly see the sky, you know I've fallen. Where are we? Yeah, I did it recently. I did it a good few years back with a guy called Jack Stratton. Now he won't mind because he's a top fella, but he was next RAF, and he had RAF cadet, territorial cadet, whatever I don't know what the word is. I know when I was lucky enough to do some other bits, the boys that I was with used to call them weekend warriors. I know it's all changed now. I don't mean to offend anyone, because I know the Terriers have come on leaps and bounds. Without them, half our force would be not so strong, shall we say. Anyway, back to what I was saying. So I went up there and he had a mountain leader certificate, which he'd done through this is the thing that a lot of people don't realise. When you join the Terries, the full-time army, anything else, some people don't realise just how much education you get when you're in. I mean, yeah, they teach you how to shoot, and they teach you how to be a soldier, or a sailor, or an aircraft. What is it called? A flight lieutenant, or it's not my thing really. So yeah, so they teach you all that sort of stuff. And now stopped and breathing out me, out of there. Yeah, so they teach you all that sort of stuff. But besides teaching it, you know, you also get a chance to drive some amazing vehicles. I mean, I've driven half tracks, amphibs. Had a go at a Challenger tank once at Bisley. Was it Bisley? No. Oh, do you know, old days don't come alone. Old age in the fact that I've been punched in the head a few times, as you can see by my bugle and the cauliflower ear. Yeah. So that is another thing. So obviously we just slightly touching on a few mental health things. That's another reason why I come out here, and like to be on my own. Apart from Leanne, she's the only person. Anyway, right. See what I mean? So I know recently last year they were announced about this footballer that's come down with dementia, or something very similar to it. And I've got a friend of mine who used to box, similar to myself. I got up to ABA. He was Welsh Commonwealth champion, and unfortunately my friend is suffering from things and had to retire, take early retirement. But yeah, just watch it out there. You know, life's short, and you've got to take care of yourself. That's why I'm up here, trying to unwind in the country. I keep saying countryside. I live in Wales. It's amazing. I'm so lucky. I am so lucky. That's the thing you've got to look for, the blessings. And I am blessed to live in this beautiful country. I absolutely love Wales. Come from the centre of London, concrete city, concrete town. Travelled all round the place. You know, I haven't done millions of miles like lots of people. I haven't done America, I haven't done Japan, I haven't done Canada, places that I might want to travel later. Sorry, mate, I'm just having a little chat. Someone is getting a little bit upset. Want a bit of camera time? Anyway, yeah, so I haven't travelled around that much like people, but I've done quite a bit of places. I've done Cyprus, Greece, touched on Germany, a little bit Northern Ireland, little bits and pieces, you know, bit here, bit there. Yeah, but I'm very blessed to live here in Wales. Very, very blessed. So I come out over here and absolutely love it. So I was going to show you. You can't see it from here because Pentagon. So that's Drummer Mountain. Hang on, let me see if I can. I'm going to ramble on for a bit because I haven't done a long video for ages. So hang on. Right, you can just about see the crest of it. It looks like Elvis's nut. So it's got a bit of a quiff on it. So that's Drummer Mountain. Now from this elevation, it doesn't look much, but as Bear Grylls says, you can only tell how tall something is when you're nose to nose with it. And trust me, I'm up high, and that's even higher, right? And then after the crest of this hill that you can't see, and normally I'd come down from up there. Well, see the pine trees, whatever it is. There's a bit of a dip there. Well, there's a valley there, which is what I'm going to try and get to. And up there is a viewpoint you can see too. First person today. Yeah, so there's a viewpoint up there. Mark, Toby. Yeah, there's a viewpoint up there. See, old guy out is up here at the minute. Turn around and just get the back of him. Don't get the front. You know, data protection act, all that. Happy, tidy. So, yeah. First person I've seen today. Little old guy on his own. Up here, stomping away. It's amazing. Do you know, if you've got the thing, it is so beautiful up here. And for my mental state, it's amazing. I can come up here. I'm going to have a brew at the end of here, at the end of this path. I've got the sit mat with me. I've got two crazy dogs. Whether they let me sit down or not, who knows. And have a brew. Have a brew, sit down, contemplate the world, realise how lucky I am to be on the earth living in this amazing country. So yeah, I mean, Cornwall's nice, yeah. Scotland's beautiful. Done a lot of Scotland, by the way. Always thought I would retire to Scotland. Seen Edinburgh, seen Dundee, seen Fife, Skye, you know, all that sort of, you know, the usual people places go to, and all that sort of stuff. So, having up my nut, just keep the old lug holes warm. So yeah, time's gone by, less air, hence the hat. So there we are. Put it on the top. So anyway, it's very warm. It's I don't know if it's wool. I have got some merino wool hats, and which are lovely, but they don't quite cover my head. I've got a bit of an egg for a head, or a spud. I don't know what the word, egg, spud. But yeah, so these long ones, a lot of the kids wear them funny, don't they? Might put a picture up later on my Facebook thing. Anyone wishing to find me, they can see my name is the same as my name is connected to the email on here. So if you want to have a chat or anything, shoot me a line and I'll find you somehow. Yeah. So look, I used to go. Once again, turn the camera around, getting dizzy. Right, yeah, let's just turn it around. So, arms up in the air, just so you just don't care. So there's a path over there that takes you to that village. Well, that village over there. Hang on. Oh, right, over there. Right, it drops down there, goes along there, and up there. Well, that village that takes me to the back of where I used to live, at the back of Kimler. And I appear for some, like it's not an estate, because you don't really have estates here. You have they have like 2 or 3 houses on top of each other, and they call them high rise. High rise or block of flats, something like that. Something that, you know, in London, a block of flats is something you go like, oh yeah. You know, anyone who lives around Stockwell or Balham or anywhere, pretty much anywhere, and built up London, they know what a block of flats is like. It's what's it they called them back in the day when I was growing up? Vertical villages. Vertical villages. And it was such a catchy phrase. Everyone thought it was amazing. They built this state-of-the-art place. Look up. What was it called? Something in Roehampton it is. And it was back in the day, and they were talking about these vertical villages. Now people won't be living side by side; they'll be living on top of each other, and how to be happier, and sharing warmth and community and blah blah blah. But it doesn't work. It doesn't work. You stick too many people in the wrong place, just like me being out over here on my own. You stick too many people on top of each other, they'd soon get fed up. Not to mention, people just don't respect things like they used to. Back in the day, people used to respect. Stop moaning. Happy to be here. Happy to be in Wales. Happy to be alive. At the moment, we're going through this. I was having a bit of a laugh because it is serious, but you can't take everything too seriously. You'd be depressed, wouldn't you? Like monkey muck. So yeah, this Corona thing, or Rona, or whatever you want to call it, there's different theories out there about what's going on and what's happening and stuff like that. But yeah, so that's another thing, to get out here and be lucky. There's lots of people passed away. A few people have decided they couldn't take any more and they're not with me anymore. Fortunately, and I do say fortunately, unfortunately for the people that were close to them, but they weren't directly close to me, just people I know. People I've known, and God rest their soul, they are looking down at me and laughing at me with a bald head, talking to a camera or a phone. A phone. Well, I remember the first phone I had. It was the Motorola 51. No, it wasn't. It was the 8500. I beg your pardon. aka the house brick. Then I had an NEC P3, P6. That's another one. About the size of my hat. And they were cellular devices, believe it or not. Rubbish running time. Now I've got one. Oh, crikey. I've got notepads bigger than this thing. I think it's 4K. I know it's 4K, but I think it's high resolution, high definition. You've also got what else is on here? The processor. Crikey, processor in a phone is better than the ones they put the people in the moon with. As we all know that now. Processor in my watch is probably better than that. Can you hear that noise? Oh yeah. So from time to time they've been, I don't know. Not time to time, but a while back they were testing the old air raid sounds. There's still somewhere in Neath, and they are proper spooky. And same again, and going back to our lucky iron to be alive now. Back in them days, the Germans used to. Well, a lot of people don't realise that Wales was. It was. So that noise was the testing of the air raid sound. Air raid siren. I don't know why they're doing it today. Memory, forgive me. Memory's not with me, but yeah, that's what it was. And I can hear that up here in the mountains. So imagine what it's like down there in the village. I don't know why they're testing it now, but they've been testing it a bit lately. Government knows something more than I do, anyway. So. Yeah, imagine what it'd been like. A lot of people didn't realise that during the war there was a lot of stuff that happened around here. With Jack and various other people, I've managed to find a few. There's a book about crashes on Pentagon, and I've seen the. I think it's Vulcan bomber. I've seen that, and I've seen the B-52. B-52, I'm sure it is, the one with the Canadians. Very sad, and there's a group that I'm with. They go up there not on the anniversary of it. That's blah blah blah. But yeah, so anyway, Wales was quite heavily hit because obviously it's been towards the coast, but they came this way. Some planes came this way to bomb London and bomb the factories and bomb the steelworks and metalworks and all that lot around here. And I'd love to sit down with someone from back in the day. I've done a few bits that are on my Facebook things I did do an old video of me, Jack, and another guy. He was when we went to find a Second World War tank that they took out for a practice at the back of the steelworks there in Talbot, and got stuck in the sand. They had to take the turret off so that it wouldn't, the gun turret, so I think, but it's still there. Not a lot left of it. It's all rusted to pieces. But back in, I'd say, certainly 10 years ago. Certainly 10 years ago. I think that's when I went up to a Jack. You could see it. Yeah, you could see it. Then I had to lean it. I had this leaning tower. There's a video further back in my archive. If you're interested, have a look. But we went up there and we found these the spotting tower, light tower, whatever you can see for the motorway. And there's like there's a gun turret there for an artillery gun. So anyway, so I better go because my small brown friend is getting very agitated. I'm going to put my hat on, and thank you all. If you've listened this far, I appreciate it. Please give me a thumbs up, and subscribe. As I do appreciate it. I do appreciate anyone that's taking the time to listen to me waffle on. I'm not the most exciting of persons, but you know, I'm having a go. All right, take care now, and my usual profession, tidy.